You know, I've been really wanting to get this pantry organized and decluttered for quite some time. I wanted to show you a real life pantry, not one of those really fancy, organized, beautiful pantries, which yeah, I wish I had, but this is real. This is really what it is like for me. If you'd like, you can put this on and listen while I do mine and you do yours. I always find that it's really helpful to do this decluttering and organizing with somebody else. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is the top shelf of my pantry, and I really don't seem to touch it very much. I probably am going to keep it exactly how it is. This is just my paper good bucket. I'm gonna go through this real quick. All right, so I just have napkins in here from restaurants. I was gonna put these in my car, but I changed my mind. I'm just gonna get those in the recycling as well. I just used up all of the little containers that belong to these, and I must have had too many lids, so those are just gonna go. Just a couple of random napkins. I'll keep those. This one I'm gonna get rid of. So there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna move on to the next shelf here. I'm just gonna grab these 2 bins. I have a bin for snacks and a bin for chips. I have 2 bags of tortilla chips. I'm just gonna combine those. I think those got forgotten about. These definitely are gone. And now if I wanted to, I could take the time and clean everything. I really just don't want to do that today. Today, I just want to declutter. I don't know. There's some days I want to clean and some days I don't. But today, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to put the few chips that are left into here into the other bag so I can combine these and just put everything back. Okay, back in the snack bin here. These need to get eaten up. If I put these out for a snack today, when my kids get home, they'll eat that. All right. So there we go. We can put these 2 back. And you know, actually, I changed my mind. I am going to wipe off the shelves. I did dump out the crumbs out of these. I didn't really clean it very well, but that's okay. I'm just gonna grab a rag and some spray and just spray down the shelves as I go along. All right. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna move on to these turntables over here. So actually, I'm gonna take all of these off so I can clean off these turntables real quick. And as I'm taking it off, I'm gonna look through these things. Like I have these little hot cocoa mixes. We haven't used these salted caramel ones, and I don't know if anybody likes them. I'm gonna just toss those. We really don't use this creamer. Let's see. Best if used by 2022, 2 years ago. We really don't use it. So I'm going to get rid of that. We use the rest of this stuff. Actually, it would probably be a good idea for me to get behind this. Oh, it doesn't look bad, but I'll give it a quick wipe. Half a package of a prime drink. That's going to go. I don't know how long that's been there. I love having these turntables in the corner back here. Makes it so much easier to get into the stuff back here in the corner. It doesn't just go there to die. I got this bigger turntable, I think from Target. I will leave the link below if you want it, but I really just buy whatever I find. Like I've gotten a couple from, I think, TJ Maxx, but the ones here from Target really were a good price in my opinion. I think it was $10 or so. Not bad. This goes here too. We don't use that very often, so I'm gonna kind of put it in the middle. These, that. Oh, look at that, more prime drinks. I really think that they didn't like the little mixes. I think they prefer it in the bottle, which it's so expensive. I don't even know. I buy it once in a while for them. These 2 turntables don't really have a rhyme or a reason to them. I just kind of put things that are extra, like the relish. I have one in my fridge, but this won't fit. This one, I'm pretty sure I just recently purchased. I think it was because my other one's almost gone. Yeah, this one I definitely is not expired. Neither is this. So I bought this big, huge one, not realizing I already had one of these. But I've been making a recipe lately that we really, really like that uses quite a bit of Parmesan cheese. So that's okay. We'll go through it. For now, I have some extra space here. I'm sure that I will probably find something that needs to go up there as I work my way down. I think I'm going to start with right over here. These are all the pastas. Now, I don't put labels on these. I can see through them, which is nice, but sometimes I decide to change it up with what kind of pasta I have in here. I'm just going to take these off real quick and wipe down over here. We use these a lot. I do buy these in bulk, actually, at Winco. I don't know if you have a Winco by you, but they have a bulk section. These egg noodles. I don't have any more of those. Oh, actually I do. They're hiding. I see some hiding in here. I did not know I had these. Oh, God. So I'm going to combine these real quick and then put it back. All right. That feels better that we got those combined. I do keep my like spaghettis, linguinis, fettuccinis in this. I have some extras in my basement as well to replenish and restock with. Lasagna noodles, and in fact, I use these more. So I'm gonna pull that forward. Now I have not used these macaroni noodles very much because I use these curly ones back here. I have more in this bag here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I kind of have to think about that for just a second, but this is a little bit overflowing. I didn't want to put these in containers because they don't bother me. Oh my gosh, I have more. Oh. I could probably put these into this box. I'm going to try that. Okay, that worked okay. It's pretty full, but there you go. I probably shouldn't keep these, but I really just don't want to throw them away. I just need to try and make a conscious effort to use these up. I bought this in hopes to make some lo mein, and I didn't care for these noodles. So honestly, I'm just gonna throw them away. Well, we're not gonna eat them. We also like to use these bow tie noodles, but I don't have another container to put them in, so I don't know what to do yet with that. I haven't used this in a while. Yeah, I need to try and use some of these up. It's really hard when you have like this much of a box left and you have a family of 6 to feed. So I don't know yet. I have this ZT back here. I wonder if I can just put it with the penne. They're very similar. I kind of don't really care if I mix them. So I'm just going to do that too. And here I'm just going to grab the things that are sitting on top that really don't belong there. I bought this trail mix thinking it would be good, but I don't like trail mix. Nobody in my family really likes it. We don't really love the raisins. Peanuts are okay. I don't know what to do with this. I might just have to throw this out. The Best By date was last month, and I realized it could last longer, but it's been sitting in here, and I know that nuts can go rancid. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna have to just toss it. That kind of hurts. Ouch. Okay, don't you love it when, yeah. Oh well. All right. This box can be recycled. I'm going to move this out of here for a minute so that I can figure out where I want to put this. I do still have this pretty organized from last time I did it. There's just a few things that are getting put in the wrong spot, or we have too much, and that's why I need to go through it here. So let's just go through this. And these were Best By over a year ago. Obviously, they didn't get eaten, so they're not really loved. I have one child who likes them and asks for them sometimes, so that's why we have them, but obviously I don't need to buy this many next time. Okay, so I'm just going to put these back in here. Okay, and then I just have some ramen noodles over here, which don't get eaten very much either, but they're kind of an emergency lunch, whatever. This I'm actually going to stick in this school lunch bin that's right underneath here. This goes in a different cupboard where I keep a lot of my baking goods. So I'm going to put that in that cupboard. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take this out for a second. Oh, I had no idea we even had that. Okay, well that got shoved behind and needs to be eaten, so not sure yet with that. And then also we've got this jam that we got for a Christmas present from a neighbor. That can go by my peanut butter and honey, so I'll put that down there. I'm going to scoot this out so I can clean behind it. Just kind of squeeze back here. Chow mein noodles. We do use these. Taco shells, we use these. Croutons. This hasn't been opened yet. Best By January 24, just a couple months ago. I really hate wasting food or wasting money, so I can't decide what to do with this because I know that these will still be good since they are sealed. They haven't been opened yet. I'm gonna try and use these up this week, so I'm gonna keep those in there. But I'm gonna pull them to the front. So I'm gonna put taco shells back here. These are just gonna go here. Those on top of it, and then I am gonna put this right here so that I can actually see them. And I'm gonna actually put this with it. I used to like these as a kid. Now that I bought them and tried again, I was like, oh, they're not as good as I thought. So I don't know. Those may go in the garbage eventually. Okay, I don't usually buy frosting. I can't remember why I bought this. I usually make it. Best By 2023, end of December. It is gone beyond its Best By date, but I'm okay with that. I still might use it up. If not, I'll throw it away and next time I go through this. But there's some space up here where I keep those just random things. So I'm going to put it up there. I got these little bins from Walmart or Target. They're flexible. I actually really like these. They just kind of contain things and keep them separated. So I have my rice that I refill from my basement here. This wild rice, I really don't use it very often because it takes so long that I just don't use it. Think about that. And actually the same goes with this brown rice. I just like jasmine rice. That's my favorite. So that's by January 2021. Again, I know that rice can last forever basically. When am I going to use this again? I'm probably not. So I'm gonna throw this one out. Bye-bye. Again, that kind of hurts. I don't want to waste things, but I'm learning. I'm learning that I can't buy these things or buy them in smaller packages if I need it for a recipe, or just don't make that recipe. Got the rice here, rice there. That's all the rice I have right now. A little thing of sesame seeds. That probably can, not sesame, sunflower seeds. I use those on salads. I can probably put that here. I have a few that I think just didn't taste good anymore, so I just need to throw those away. All right, a thing of garbage. Lentils. I don't use lentils, and they probably are super cheap. So why am I keeping this tiny little bag? I'm gonna throw it away. And I don't really use pinto beans either. I've had good intentions to try and make some, like in the crock pot or the Instant Pot, and that just hasn't happened before. So who knows? But I'm gonna leave them there for now. Okay, bread flour. I use this once in a while. I would like to keep it in the freezer because I know it lasts longer, but I don't have space. So there's the pinto beans. I just had the flour in here because I didn't know where else to put it. On this shelf, I might do a little bit of rethinking here because these jars are pretty heavy. So they put a lot of weight on this shelf. So I might move these up to here, even though they're still cans and they're still kind of heavy, but I just don't feel like they're quite as heavy as these. So I'm going to move these down. I'm going to see how I feel about that. Let's see if this fits up here. Okay, it works. I don't like how it looks because it's bowing, but whatever. I can't worry about the looks. And then I can actually fit these because I usually have more of these jars than I do of these cans. So that feels better to me. So this is some homemade spaghetti sauce. I do have a video of that, and I'll link it down below if you're interested in it. And then these are just canned tomatoes, which actually I'm going to put those over here. I don't know why, but I'm just going to. My home canned salsa, which we love as well. So I'm trying to keep like all the tomatoes together. So I'm going to move these tomato cans down here. I'm going to put the chili down here as well because it's kind of a tomato base, right? I have some canned chicken here, but there's more canned chicken over here. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I'm going to just set those down here for a minute. This bag of chips, we know where those go. Open this chip bin. I'm going to put those in there. Granola, I'm going to put it down here for now because it goes down there. Oh, this got forgotten about and it's moldy. Throwing that away. Oh, I feel bad because this was a really kind gift of peanut brittle, but none of my family really enjoyed it except for me, and I just didn't want that much, so I'm going to throw that out. Okay, this is where I like to keep my fruit. I have my canned peaches, which I also have a video of that. If you'd like to see that, I will link that below as well. I don't love this corner back here. Again, things kind of get lost. But a turntable just doesn't feel like it works here because I want both layers. So as long as I try hard not to put a bunch of stuff right here, which ends up happening a lot, then it works fine. But I'm just going to keep it this way for now. So, all right. Now I have mandarin oranges, and then I canned some cherries this year. We have a cherry tree and a peach tree. Well, 2 peach trees actually. It's kind of nice being able to can the food that we grow. I'm going to move this out of the way so we can see better. Up here, this is already staying really organized. I just have a couple of chicken noodle soups here. We don't actually use this very often. It's really only when somebody is sick. This expired in 2023, about 6 months ago, but I'm going to keep them because that's not that long ago and I'm not too concerned about it. Same with the cream of mushroom. I like to put the ones that in front that are the oldest, but this actually is not expired. I don't think any of these are because I have been doing good at not buying too many, just buying a few of what I need. And I just have olives here. We use olives a lot. I have more extra large olives. Let's see what we can fit up here. This can be recycled. The canned meat, the canned chicken, and sometimes I have canned beef as well, but I don't right now. I usually just put it here. I wish I had a better spot for it. I guess I could put it up here. I'll try that. That works. I'm gonna do that. That makes more sense to have it up here by the canned beans and tomatoes and stuff instead of by the fruit. Now on this part of the shelf, that's where I keep this school lunch basket. So I'm gonna take that out for a minute and we'll talk about this for a second. All right, I love this bin. When I had 4 kids, it worked really, really well. It still works well. I have 4 kids. One of them doesn't live here right now. What I do is I put just the items that they will be using during the week. I did this because they were taking a lot of these and just eating them during the week, which is expensive, and that was not what I bought them for. So I made sure to put them in individual bags in hopes that they would only eat what they had. They are welcome to eat them anytime they want, but these are meant for lunch. If they eat them during the weekend or whatever, they won't have them for school lunch. That just lives on the shelf where it's easy for them to reach and get their items for their lunch boxes. Okay, in here, I usually just have a little thing of Nutella. It's a little treat once in a while. So I'm gonna put those jams in here. Once we open them, they will go in the fridge. And then in here, I just have some honey and some peanut butter. Here's just some protein drinks. I keep extras here. We keep other ones in the fridge, but I keep them here so that they're easy to just stick in the fridge. This is where I keep all of the breads. I did have wheat bread, delicious wheat bread, but it went moldy. So I threw that away. And you know what? I might actually find another bin. I have a bin. I'm gonna go see if I want to put it here because I kind of don't like this loose. Okay, so I have like the school lunch bin is very similar to this. I talked about these in one of my recent videos. They are from Target. I love them. I use them everywhere. Let me see if this is gonna fit here. Hopefully it does. Hallelujah! That feels better. Then we can just pull it out for what we need. And then just right here is where I keep my potatoes. I really like these wire shelf things that you just slide onto your shelf like that. Those are nice. I don't love this. We always have way too many cereals, and I've tried really hard to make it so that we only have a few. It just doesn't end up happening. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Almost all of these have maybe a bowl of cereal left in them. Let's put these cereals back. This, I can see, has one thing of shredded wheat in it, and it's making a big mess. I'm just going to fold that and set it here for a minute. I'm going to try to make sure we don't bring up any more cereal until we've eaten all of this. And I do have some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, got the Costco size, and I'm going to take this downstairs because I don't have room up here for it. So I have some granola here. Okay, so this is where I keep like some hot cereals. We have cream of wheat, our oats, our instant oatmeal, more granola. And I had labeled this before, but I don't really want to keep it there because I don't decant it into here. I'm going to put the granola into here. I may not be able to fit all of this. That's okay. That's pretty good for me. I'm okay with this. I'm just going to label this as granola. I'm going to take the rest of this down in the basement. Again, I said I don't love this, but it's just, it is what it is. Just have to remember that. It is what it is. So my goal down here is actually to have it completely empty except for the recycling bin. So I really want to try and figure out where to put this protein powder. Oh look, there's another box of cereal. I just don't like the dog hair and gross crap down here. So I'm actually going to stick it right there. Call it good. This needs to be cleaned up and vacuumed, you can see. And then I have another cereal bin that I tried, and I just don't want to decant it. So I'm going to wash that out. I'm going to put it up top by the other one. Oh, you know what I could put in here? I could put the protein powder. That is a good idea. Okay, now I'm going to just take out the recycling. I need to go take it out to the bin outside. Okay, I'm going to give it a quick vacuum here. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of spray the baseboards and the floor and just kind of wipe that down real quick. I also keep a little empty milk jug. I just keep that full of plastic bags, and I just keep it right here. All right, I do really love that I put this on the door. It looks cluttered, and so I'm always telling my kids, shut the door, but I still like it. So I just have a couple extra filters for our fridge up here. I'm gonna pull down the stuff that's up here. I'm gonna empty these two shelves together real quick. All right, I'm trying to put on these two shelves the things that we don't get into quite as much because I want to be able to have my kids reach things. Like this fish fry, I think I have it up here because I just didn't have anywhere else to put it. I don't even know, this Best Buy, it's cut off. I'm gonna keep it anyway because supposedly that's a really good kind. I might throw these out actually because we really don't do a fish fry very often. It's just once in a while. And I do not need this much. So I'm gonna throw these out. I kind of know I want the popcorn here. And in fact, I usually have this little container here with like microwave popcorn, which I need to bring from downstairs. And then I just keep like the little flavorings for the popcorn here. And this random lid was sitting up here. I don't even know what it goes to. So maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. Let's empty this out. I did just make these the other day just because my kids, especially my son, is always begging for something that he can grab and go. And so I just got these little peanut butter things and some pretzels. And I have some more items in the fridge, like vegetables with a little thing of ranch. So anyway, I need to make a little spot, I think, for a grab and go section. All right, I think the only way I'm gonna be able to make this work is just to try things out. I like to have these little bins used for loose things. Like I have a bunch of granola bars and fruit bars. This one is smashed to smithereens. I'm gonna throw that out. And this one is too. It's basically, yeah, I'm not gonna even keep that one. And I have them in these little containers because they seem to fall, yep, just like that. They will fall through. So this keeps them in place. Man, I'm struggling. Trying to make it look nice, but I just don't need to worry about that. I'm gonna keep these as the snacks that are easy to grab and go. So I'm just gonna put these here. We have a few from the other package. I'm just gonna try and shove them in here. That works. I'm gonna put the nuts here. We have a few left from a container we got at Costco, but I think these are pretty old. So I'm just gonna throw those away too. I do have a few containers. Like I talked about this one in my last video. I found it downstairs in a storage closet that I had. And I thought, well, actually this would be very useful up here, possibly. I have a couple more here that are kind of empty. I know I want crackers here that are loose crackers. So this spot was intended for crackers boxes, and this one fits. I don't know if this would fit behind it or not, but I'm gonna try. I don't think it's going to. I could just take this one downstairs or just put it in here for now because there's not a lot of these left. I think I'm just gonna do that. Just keep it in here. And then I have these dried mangoes. I have an empty spot right up here. I'm gonna just put them here. Okay, I changed my mind on the popcorn. This doesn't get used that much. So I'm gonna put it up here. So I can put the things that are used more right here. In fact, so I'm gonna put this little basket. Okay, this is what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna move these over here. And then I'm gonna put these in here. I guess that works. I'd rather have these down lower, but oh well, these contain dog treats. There's only a tiny bit left in these. This one's empty. And it's all cracked. I think I'm just gonna throw this one out because it looks, I mean, it's probably still sort of usable, but I'm just gonna throw it away. I'm gonna wipe this down. It got pretty dirty. All right, again, not perfect, but it's good enough. I'm just gonna give these to my dog right now. I'm gonna give her those, and I'm gonna wash these and stick them back here in case we get some more treats. I do like to keep like the bigger bones and stuff in here, but I haven't bought those for a while. She just goes and buries them anyway. I decided to make a couple of changes here because I had a few extra containers. Kind of filled up a few of these with some of the extra containers that I had, and I just wrote, I didn't want to get out my label maker. I just wrote what it was and how long it takes to cook. So there's just a few of those back here. I do have one right here, which I know it doesn't really make sense, but that's the best way it can fit. Like I said, pasta is about one of the only things that I want to decant, well, besides the things that I need to refill, like rice and flour and stuff. Oh, and then I got protein powder put in this. I'm just gonna stick it here on the shelf. Now I know that this isn't gonna stay perfect, and I'm probably gonna have to rearrange some things as I get more food in here. And now I'm feeling like this is a lot more functional. Now you don't have to spend a lot of time doing this. This didn't take me very long today. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you can start with just 15 minutes. And I have a series of just 15-minute declutters. If you'd like to watch that, you can go ahead and just click on the playlist here. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.